Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, I forget to say it in every single one of my videos, so I'm gonna say it now. Please, if you enjoy this content, like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to have you here. I'm really enjoying the community that we are building. Even though I am a small YouTuber, I am having the time of my life. Did you hear that?
My life.
I cracked my neck. Okay, most of us have been in quarantine for about 2+ months now. I thought that I would compile a very short list, 5 quarantine/pandemic/end of the world style books that you can read during quarantine. First book on this list is a middle grade book, and that is The Last Dog on Earth. I read this way back when I was in probably middle school. Growing up, I loved anything that had animals in it or had to deal with dogs. Obviously, I'm a dog person. This book follows a young boy who adopts a dog that nobody wants. During this time, a disease kind of similar to rabies. It's kind of like they have rabies, but like on a heightened level, kind of like Cujo. But these dogs become dangerous and start attacking humans. And the thing is the moment that it attacks a human, they get the rabies. So it's basically, you know, a pandemic of people having a rabies type of virus. Military comes in and they begin to annihilate the dog species and harsh measures to contain the virus, and the dog that this young boy adopted may have the cure. The story kind of goes on from there. You know, I haven't read the book in many a years, and I still think about it to this day. I pulled that summary out of my brain. Book number 2 is one that is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. That is The Troop by Nick Cutter. I listened to this on audiobook, and oh boy, this story is about a Boy Scout troop that is on a secluded island where they're trying to earn their Boy Scout badge, essentially. And while they are secluded on this island, the world is going through a pandemic where people are basically eating themselves to death. It's kind of like there's like worm intestinal, kind of like the movie Slither. If you can stomach a movie like that, then you would probably enjoy this. You know, this is a book that I wouldn't really recommend to people because it's pretty gross. But the character development in this was so great. Everyone's got a very unique background, and how they react to this parasite infecting all of them is very intriguing. It had me at the edge of my seat wondering what was gonna happen after, you know, every page. Again, this is a book that's not for the faint-hearted. There are a lot of trigger warnings. It is gross. I think this book had some popularity swirling around. Natasha from My Reading is Odd has read it, highly recommends it. Books with Brittany read the book and seemed to like it. I don't think there are very many booktubers out there that have read the book that don't recommend it. So my third book on this list is The Remaining series by DJ Moles. I do know he has a new book coming out within the next coming weeks, and kind of reignited my love for the story. This is an end of the world type story where main character Lee Harden, my man Lee Harden, he gets put in a bunker during this time of warfare and pandemic. He is sent on a mission basically to recolonate, reestablish the world again, and get rid of those that are not essential. I love survival stories, and this was awesome. Lee Harden is like, he had my heart the whole time. It gave me Fallout the video game Fallout vibes. So if that's, you know, a game that you like, then you would definitely like this book. Next book on the list, I haven't actually read. I am getting to it. I am thinking about doing a vlog series on this book, but I haven't quite decided yet how I want to do it because it's a big one. The Stand. Should I just hold it up like on my shoulder? This looks like a story of exactly what's going on in the world right now. There is a super flu that is killing everyone, and people are trying to survive it. I have had so many people recommend this book to me. So many people are reading this book right now. Like I said, the audiobook for this on Libby for me is 2 years long. I will never get to listen to it on audiobook. I kind of want to make it a challenge. Like, maybe I could do a 24-hour reading challenge and see how far I can get. Thing is if I do, so funny, reading challenge for this book, I really do think I need the audiobook. Y'all, people on Libby are being selfish. For real.
Selfish.
I looked at the audiobook, the hours, I think it said it was like 52 hours long. Really weird. Like, look at that, it's not even... Maybe we could do like a readathon, or if someone is doing a readathon or is doing a group read or whatever, please let me know. I would love to join so I can chat with people, see what this book is all about. Last book on my list is a book darling of mine, and that is The Passage. This book totally took me by surprise. I know there was a booktuber that recommended this book and was a reason why I picked it up. I'll link it down below. I can't remember the channel. She had nothing but great things to say. This here is a story that is told in 2 different timelines, 100 years apart. This is basically a vampire story, but I wouldn't say it's a vampire story. People are becoming infected with virus that gives you vampiric type symptoms, and they break out of the facility and things go awry. Again, this is told from 100 years apart. So it starts when the outbreak starts, and then 100 years from then when people are basically starting over and living in apocalyptic style. The characters were awesome. I fell in love with the characters. It's a full cast of characters, so if you're someone that is looking for an apocalyptic type book that is full of different characters, this is a really good book to pick up. It is not a Twilight story. It is not a vampire type story. I read this entire book in one day, and this is not a small book. So to finish a book like this in one day is unheard of for me, you know, to have something that kept my attention for that long. As I was reading it, I was just constantly wanting to know what was going to happen in the next chapter. I could not stop reading. So this book is a trilogy. It does say on the back that there are 2 other books. This concludes pretty well. It wraps up and concludes itself pretty well. So if you just want to read this book and you're happy with that, you can do that. I try, and this is the thing, maybe because I loved this so much, I had a really hard time picking up the second one. I do want to read it. I'm very interested to see how the story progresses. If I do that, of course, I'll let you guys know. This says that it was made into a TV series, and I looked at the trailer and I was just like,
No.
I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not ruining a book that I absolutely love. I'm not gonna watch it be trashed on. I opted out of watching the TV show because it just looked not well done. So yeah. All right, guys. So I hope that you found this to be helpful. Let me know if you do read all of these, or if you have read them. Haven't met anyone who has read The Passage, and I don't understand. I don't know why. I mean, it was obviously made into a TV show, so it had to have been good enough. Hope you guys are enjoying watching all of these videos. I know not all of you are book readers out there, and that's okay. I don't do just book content. I do content on all sorts of different things. Just whatever I feel like filming. Whenever I feel like filming, I film, edit, throw up on this channel. for your viewing pleasure. Alright guys, that's it for me. Check you out later. Bye!